In this video, I will show you how to access the GitHub project for this course, how to download the files you will be working with, and how to solve the first lab assignment, which just makes sure you understand how to upload your submissions in the right format. So this is the GitHub page for the course. You have the direct link in the first page of your course on Moodle. So when you click on the link, it brings you here. It's PETI 2061 for the fall semester in 2021. So very important to realize that although you can see the files you want to work on here, it's not a good idea to try to download just one file. You need to download the entire project. That way you have everything. And this is something we will be doing week to week as the course progresses. So how do you clone the entire GitHub repository? You go to the green button right here, which says code. Click on the button and it opens up these options. And what we're going to do is to click on the download zip. So we download a zipped copy of whatever is on the project at the time you click on the link. So this is the file. Very important to take note of the folder or directory where the file will be stored. So right now, if I click on save, it's going to save the zip file in my downloads folder, and I know how to get there. The important thing is to make sure when you download a file and whenever you're working on the file, you know exactly the location of the file that you are working on, so that you don't end up accidentally losing the file because you're saving the wrong file or accidentally uploading the wrong file. That is very important, and it's important to take note of that and let that stay with you throughout the course so that there are no regrets. Okay, so I'm going to click on save, and it's going to be saved where? In the downloads folder. So I can use my finder and then go to downloads, and this is the file we just downloaded. How do we unzip it? We double click. After double clicking, it unzips it, and these are those folders. And obviously we're going to start out with topic 1, right? So I can click open on topic 1. And this is the interactive Python notebook, the Jupyter, the file that will be opened, the workbook that will be opened up in Jupyter. So how do we open up this in Jupyter? You're not just going to double click it, no. We need to open up Jupyter and then access this file from Jupyter Notebook. So how do you open up Jupyter Notebook? This video is for the Mac operating system. I will create another one for Windows. So we need to find Anaconda, and it shows up here. Click on it. We're using Anaconda Python in this course. So you start out Anaconda Navigator. From Anaconda Navigator, then you click on Jupyter Notebook. It's one of the programs here, right? So you click on launch to launch the Jupyter Notebook. And with the Jupyter Notebook launched, you need to find the file. And we know the file is, we stored the entire repository in our downloads folder. So I click on downloads. Accidentally click twice. Click on downloads. After clicking on downloads, I see all the files in my downloads. Where is the file? I have a very large folder here. So what do? Just sort by date. So I click on this the first time, it sorts it the other way from the oldest to the newest, and then I click on it a second time, and then it sorts from most recent file to the oldest, and this is the file. This is the folder. So we click on the folder, and from the folder we look for topic 1, and this is the file I will work on. This is the this is going to be the structure of each of the topics. There will be a lab 1 or lab 2 or lab 3 file with a name which corresponds to the title of the topic we're working on, and the other will always end with workbook. So there will be lab 1 workbook, there will be lab 2 workbook, up to lab 12 workbook. Those will be the questions to be addressed in the lab sessions, and this is what I will be teaching you with in Jupyter Notebook. So for lab 0, the goal is for you to be able to open up this, look at the file. This is what I will be discussing in the class. To run it, you can just click on run, and then it runs and prints hello world. You can also use command and enter at the same time. You hold down command button on Mac and click on enter, and then it executes. And then we'll talk about all of these files in the class. So let's assume we're done with this file. While working on it, keep clicking on save from time to time. If you want to change the file name, which is what you're required to do, don't do file, download as, save as. Just pretend like this file button does not exist. Never do this. Don't do anything here. Always save. You already know where the file is, right? That is where we're going to change the name of the file. That is where we're going to copy a file and rename it if needed. So what we need to do is to go back to the location of the file right here. And because I don't want to lose this, what I'm going to do is to copy this file, paste it in the same folder, paste item, and then you can see the file here, and this is the file you were asked to rename. So I gave the specific instructions on how you should rename it in the lab workbook assignments I created on Moodle. So lab 0. So I've renamed the file, and I can do enter, and then you can open it. It's just going to be identical to this. I'm going to close this one, and here is the file, lab 0. And this is the file I want you to upload. Very important, it ends with .ipynb. I don't want to see .html file because I can't open it, I can't grade it, and you don't get any credit for turning in an assignment that cannot be graded. That's why we're going through this exercise. If you have so many files running, it's going to keep showing this green. So how do you stop it? You can check it and do shutdown, and then that file is no more running, and it frees up the resources on your computer. So for the solution to lab 0, you just need to upload this file. And how do you upload this file? You're going to go to where the file is located, which you know. In this case, I kept the default downloads folder, and then you go in there, grab the file, and upload like you would any Word document as a solution for an assignment. And that's it for today.